timed it perfectly. How's it going, everybody? Happy, I have no idea, Thursday? Wednesday? I don't know. How's it going? Thanks for being here. Who we got? Oh, I know what I didn't do. I'm thinking, wow, I had a lot of extra time this time. It's because I didn't open up the chat. Whoops. Touch my nose. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't open the chat. Knucklehead. Knucklehead. Be kind of a lame stream with no chat, dude. All right. How's it going, everybody? The days are all running together. That is so true. Days and nights and mornings and in-betweens. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Something just fell in my closet. Why am I not seeing the stream link? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dutch Taurus. What stream link are you missing, my friend? That's no good. Let's see. Catching up. Carlo was first. 4 Tracks was close second. Yeah. Node Red time. I hope so. Oh, Blade's here. Dude. Okay. You ready to get on live, Matt? Do some Node Red with me? Well, actually, I have, I was tinkering around with Streamlabs today because I figure, heck, I'm streaming a lot. I might as well get good at it. No, I was playing with some of the options in Streamlabs and I found some fun stuff. So I thought we'd start some, do a couple fun things today. And the first thing we could do is a poll to say, what should we talk about today? Can I have like my face just itches. So I think I just need like a thing to scratch my face with. How about a screwdriver? Does that work? Is that okay? Doesn't count, right? Just had a round of applause for the NHS. Oh, did they do a good job? The NHS, Piston, is that the National Health Service or something? It's not as good to do it with a screwdriver. No, well, we might do Node Red. Blade's here for Node Red. So let's see. I really do anything. Wait, you really do anything to not have to do Node Red? No, I do want to learn. Oh yeah, disinfect the screwdriver. I will dip it. I'll dip it in something. And for Gulf Road, I also spent some time today doing a few different little graphics. So now we have this one. And it froze. Let's try it again. And it froze. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, that one's the same. Let's try this one. Nope, that's not the one. Oh, heavens. This one. Oh, that one didn't fix. Dang it. Wonder why they didn't update. And no. And fail. For NHS and all other frontline workers. Awesome. I earned the like today. Thank you, Dirk. Well, so much for that. Anyways, for subscribing. I guess I'll need to do a little more practicing on that. Avoid corona. Found another use for my WLED outside the house. Light them up blue and projected thank you NHS on the window. That's fantastic. Good job, Mark. That's appreciated. I know I can tell you, even though I haven't been in, I've only been in like one day since we really started. The stream froze. Is it still frozen? And it froze. Is it still frozen? 5 minutes. Okay. Lockdown about to start. What's RSA? Hey, John. What's RSA? Is that where you are? South Africa or something? The stream is frozen? No. It's okay now. Stream is buggy a bit. Okay, let's do this. 1 second. Dad is trying to stream. Can we turn off a couple of the YouTubes or Netflix connections, please? I don't know if that's going to do any good or not. Has YouTube been having some troubles? Probably. They're just overwhelmed. Anyways, sorry that it froze. I just downloaded the internet, so that's why the stream froze, I guess. Well, it's easier that way, you know? It's offline. I know. No touching, no touching. Oh, man, it's really hard. I think it's live. Are we live? I think it's live. Too many fingers on keyboard error. It's not my house? Okay. It might be the world. I did see kids watching Breaking Bad in 4K again. Still gives you 1040, so it must be okay. All right. Well, anyways, hopefully it doesn't keep happening. I wonder why, though. That is so weird that this is not working. It worked a second ago. Let me try it again for 2 seconds, and then we'll do this. We'll try this poll. So I set up a poll to ask what do people want to talk about today. And hopefully it'll work. It's through Streamlabs. And let's see. Because when I tested this before, it worked. So I'm kind of wondering why it didn't work. There we go. The dance makes it all worth it. Thank you for subscribing, whoever that was. Okay, now that means maybe this one needs to be redone too. This is fun. I'm just going to tinker with the stream for a minute. You guys can all decide what my fate will be. Okay. I'm just going to reload this for some reason. It needed to be done twice. It's grabbing the right file. Oh, it's still green screen. That's why that one was right. Oh, phooey. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that one later. Anywho, I'm suddenly sleepy, right? Late to the party. Not by much, Kenneth. We just got here. We just got working. What somebody asked about the Proxmox update. I don't notice anything, but I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. All right, here's the poll. Let me see if I can get it to fire up. We can give it a try. Here we go. Let's see what happens. I guess it's all going to be in the chat. I would like to try and find a way to make it work in the graphically somehow. But anyways, let's try this. Start poll. Poll started. Did something show up in the chat? Oh, a poll has opened for topic of the day. Use vote and then NR, HP, FU, or TL, or HA to vote. Oh, it doesn't give you what the options are? That's lame. Oh, that's lame. Okay. NR is Node Red. HP. What was HP? Oh, home panel. HP was home panel. Can you guess what FU was? Split my config. If you want me to split my config, you can exclamation point FU. And then TL is IoT link, which is the way, I guess it's you can control your Windows PC from Home Assistant. So it's been on my list of things to check out. And then HA was just General Home Assistant tinkering. So there you go. And then I guess, I don't know when's Hewlett Packard. It looks like a lot of, oh man, we got a lot of, it's close. It's close. So, and it'll last for 5 minutes. Let me see if I can see the results here somewhere. I'm bummed that it doesn't show some sort of a graphic. FU, that's harsh. It stands for follow-up. It's follow-up, follow-up in my commitment to a cleaner configuration file. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, well, I guess I can... wonder how... Oh, I know what I can do. I know. I got a thing. Did I open that before? Giveaways. Modules, timers, quotes. Oh, dashboard. Yeah, this will do it. Streamlabs stuff, and then I can go to CloudBot, and then I can go to polls, and now you guys can see what's happening. And they're off to the races. Dun, 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 dun. And it tells you what's left over there, how much time's left. It says only 6 votes. I'm sure it's just a little delayed because we've had way more than 6 votes. Oh, nobody cares about home panel or IoT link. I can't blame you. Woo, we're back. I just love that. Oh, where's Frank? He's gonna miss it. Looks like I know we've had tons more votes than this, so I wonder why we're only getting a few. Voted on, and it was supposed to give you a I thought it was supposed to give a notification when your vote was counted. I don't think you need to do vote. I think you just need to do... Oh, yeah, you do need to do the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Look at that. I did it wrong. So the only ones that are counting are the ones that are that say exclamation point vote first. Sorry. Minute and a half. We might have to start over. So you have to do exclamation point vote and then another exclamation point FU. I guess I misunderstood how to make it work. Oh, see, yeah, use exclamation point vote and then exclamation point and then another exclamation point and then a capital letters. Oh, could I made it any harder? And I just really, really touched my face that time. Okay, and then see, it does tell you if you didn't see your name, if the Streamlabs bot didn't say that you voted, then you need to probably do it again. Don't say we'll start over because FU is winning. Oh, it's good. Oh, Node-RED is winning. Node-RED is close. I gotta have to 43 votes. How many people we got? 191. 25 seconds. Get them in. Get them in. Man, it's close. It's close. Node-RED. This is fun. We should do this again. I will next time make it a little bit easier to do the voting. I'll just leave out the other thing. And I guess you have to do vote. I'm sorry about that. Finally, after 4 attempts. Sorry, man. Okay. And the clock says it's over. It's probably still going to count a few votes. And the poll is closed. And it should tell us topic of the day. Let's see. What did it say? Oh, it's still counting some. Still counting some. Still counting some. Next time, vote subject. Yeah. We'll see what it does. All right, Stu Miles subscribed. Thank you, Stu. Here's some unicorns for you. Thanks for being here. You can no longer vote. Okay, the poll is closed. I can make it last longer next time, too. But it does look like 54 votes, maybe more. But anyways, I think FU's winning. Okay, well, no, FU's not winning. It looks like there's a lot of FU's in there. But Node-RED won on the screen here. Looks like Node-RED won. Ba-dum-bum. Hassalarm. Ooh, Hassalarm's not bad. Wait, was that a sticker draw? Dang it. Missed a lot of votes. What should we do? Do you guys, should we narrow it down just between those two now? Because some people voted for a couple other little things. Should I can start a new poll. Can you vote multiple times? I don't think so. Let's look in here. Okay. After every 25 lines of chat, it's going to say that again. There were other settings. Hold on. Oh, I can go back. And this is going to active poll. Complete. Now let me edit this and see. Timer, duration, notification, send chat notification. Yeah, I think it only lets you vote once. Unless you guys, did you guys see that? It said you entered 2 times? Okay. Do over. I have a question about Sonoff SV. I'd love to answer it. When you put Tasmota on it, could you use the GPIO to action some things like a speaker to turn up or down the volume? Probably not, Marco. Not quite like that. Oh, I saw a sneaker. Probably not quite like that. The GPIOs will generally give you can do kind of two things with them. You can either have a high or a low signal, so voltage on, voltage off. So that can do things like trigger a relay, or it can act as an input for like a switch of on or off. Okay, positive, negative, or plus or minus. Not even that. High or low, right? Whitey just subscribed. Thank you, Whitey, for subscribing. I'm gonna give you some of this. It did show that you voted twice. Okay. The other thing is it can be a sensor input, so it can take like data from a temperature sensor or something like that. But to be able to put an output that would adjust the volume in the speaker, I don't think so. Dawson sneaking. Okay. Thanks. You're welcome. Did I ever get the Sonoff camera directly into Home Assistant or via Blue Iris? I have two, but can't make it work. I can't remember. Did I? If you have the RTSP feed, you should be able to. But you know what? I've turned mine off. I haven't turned it back on, so I couldn't tell you. I can't remember if I got it working directly in Home Assistant or not. If I didn't show it in the videos working directly in Home Assistant, I would have thought you could. I sure would have thought you could. With the same, whatever feed I used for for Blue Iris, should have worked. Sorry, I know should have worked is not very helpful. All right, Blade is here. What do we intend to do? Well, the results of the poll were Node Red won the poll, didn't it? Because now I stopped it. It's not showing me the poll anymore. But I think Node Red won the poll. Is that correct? So it's not smooth via RTSP. It's weird. It worked, and then maybe I don't know. Maybe they changed some firmware or some nonsense. I do have a still image for the camera. The other option with FFmpeg doesn't work. Node Red, then fix the config. All right. It's obvious those two were the most popular things. Okay, let me get my Blade. Are you ready to join me on a voice call in Discord? And what we'll do is we can have you on a voice call like we've been doing lately. And then we'll have I'll share my screen so you can see, so there's not a delay. Okay. Andrew, I've had trouble back and forth with the Wise cams too, though. Stinking Wise cams. I tell you, I want them to be great, and they just are hit and miss sometimes. Yeah, I'm struggling here to get. This is the Wise cam. Not working. And this one, I think these are Wi-Fi issues. I think my Wi-Fi is getting a little. I still don't have. Oh, that was the other thing I didn't put on the list was I do need to set up the access point that I got in the mail. Oh, disappointing news also. So I got this a little early. This is the USB grabber, the USB video grabber. And the first thing I did was pop it open and look at the chip. It's the same bleeping chip that I had on the last one. So that's not going to help. So I sent TP a message. Node Red won, but it was only a quarter of the votes counted. All right, well, we're going to do them both because that was obviously the most common or most popular thing. So we'll do a few Node Reds, and then we'll see. I think we could probably split like an hour or 45 minutes each. Do Node Red for 45 minutes and do config splitting for 45 minutes. What do you say? Sound good? All right, let me get in here, tinker around with this for a second. Streamer mode off. And voice. Microphone is going to be that one. And speaker is going to be that one. All right, here we go. if we do Node Red, or what do we intend to do? We're going to put you on the spot, Blade. We're just going to open up some automations and say, let's make this in Node Red. Okay. I'll pick a few good ones and we'll just go with it. It won't be anything too hard. And if we get hung up, don't worry about it. It'll be okay. All right. How do I start a call? Here he comes. What else do you have to do today, really? That's the dang truth, man. Oh, Will's here. Thank goodness. Blade, are you there? All right. He's here. Can you guys hear?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
You missed the poll.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they can hear me or not.
We're going to find out in just a second. Is this Blade? This is Blade. Yes, yes.
Cool.
It's always a little bit... You can't hear him? Hold on. Yep, I'm getting yeses. He's just quiet. Okay, I can turn up his volume. He's not saying much, but he's there. Okay, sweet. So Blade is here, and he has been on me for a long time to get into Node-RED, and he's helped me, right? We've done some offline sessions. He's been there saying, hey, let's fix this automation, do this and that, and we did get some things working. So let's open up Node-RED. How you doing, by the way, Matt? You good? Things are going all right out there?
Things are not bad. Work just called. I got another week off, so I got another week of free time.
Oh, man. Well, good and bad, right? Good and bad.
Yeah. Got to look at the positive side.
Let's see. What did we do? I don't remember what we did that worked. I think this must have been something we were playing with. Oh, yeah. We were opening and closing the blinds at a certain time.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I think this worked, but then we left town for something, not even very long. And one of the shades went up and it went too far. It was my fault. It wasn't the automation's fault. It was my fault for poorly placing the sensors. And so we haven't been using them since then. Is there a dark mode? Is there a dark mode on here? I need dark mode.
Dark mode for Node-RED. I'll have to look that up again. There's a way to do it. You just have to edit a certain file.
Oh, that sounds complicated. Let's just try this.
Theme.
That doesn't work. It's just the background.
Yeah.
Oh well. Turn this back off. Okay. So let's see. What should we do? Dark mode in the add-on config. Oh, is in the add-on?
Oh, you have yours inside Home Assistant. Okay.
I do. Oh, and it looks like it needs an update. So we better update it. But first, is there a dark mode in here, really? Guess that must be, let's go to full documentation. And we're going to search dark mode. Dark mode. Okay. Just dark mode true.
That's almost too easy.
Right? I should have known.
Just for the record, if it's not installed in Home Assistant, there is dark mode that you can just overwrite the CS files.
Oh, yeah? I wonder if it needs to be in. Maybe it was too early. Credential secrets. Huh. Well, I don't think it would need to be quoted. That would be weird. No. Huh. What's everybody saying? Look up. Look up where? Doc never looks where the cursor is.
Oh, it's at the second line in that file already. Yep.
I never can see where you guys are pointing on my screen. I wish I could give you control over some sort of a pointer. All right. Okay, save that. And then we'll do an update, and then it'll restart, and then it should be there. Hashtag screaming at the monitor. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody. Another broken monitor. Great. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Is there an easy test to see if MQTT Broker is working? I have a chance. I have a device I'm trying to connect. Node-RED shows it connected, but when I try to publish a message from the device, it disconnects. So there's a couple things you can do. Home Assistant actually now has a MQTT page. And so you can, if you know the topic that you should be publishing to, you can subscribe to that topic here. And then you can try and publish, and you can see here if it is actually being published. So that's one way. You can do the same thing with publishing. You can publish a topic here, and then this is what I got used to doing before they had this. And I think this this other thing is a little more feature rich, for what it's worth, is MQTT Explorer. And MQTT Explorer, you just connect it to your broker, your MQTT broker, and it will just show you everything that's going on. And then you can narrow that down by, going into certain messages and seeing what is being sent and things. So this is a great tool to troubleshoot Node-RED, to troubleshoot MQTT. I was just doing this the other day. What the heck was it for? Oh, I was doing this the other day because I built Mrs. Z's another one of these garage door opener things. This time I used a D1 Mini Pro with an antenna on it. And for some reason, my MQTT discovery in Home Assistant wasn't picking it up. It wasn't finding it as a new binary sensor and bringing it in as an entity. But I could see that it was publishing. I went here to see if it was publishing its state, and it was. So instead of using the automation that Luma had, I just changed it and made it an MQTT message. So why don't we start with that one? What do you think? It's
Sure.
it's an MQTT, it receives an MQTT message, and it opens or closes the garage door. And actually, here it is right here. This should be easy. Start with baby steps. Famous last words. This should be easy.
Yeah. Every time I say that at work, it's like a 3-hour job.
Oh, man. Okay. So, back to Node-RED.
Just before we start, I've seen in
Yes.
chat everybody saying that the stream is freezing. Maybe it's not freezing.
Can anyone give me a hand with scenes and automations disappearing from the GUI? Man. I don't know, Little Geek. I don't know why scenes and automations would be disappearing. I did send an announcement to say get off Netflix. Looks like some are saying it's fine.
Yeah.
YAML's full.
Maybe it's just like a region thing.
Could be. Yeah, it could be. I'm sure, Comcast is probably regretting that they
Open the doors.
They said they would. Yeah, they said they would not charge people for going over on their internet, because now everybody's just streaming like freaking mad, and they're probably. Let's see. Which way? I have to shrink things a little bit so we can actually see some stuff on the screen here. Okay. So let's just make a new flow. Okay. And we're going to call, I'm going to try and get organized, right? I'm turning over a new leaf. Yeah. Good luck. Okay. I want to rename this. How do I rename this flow? Not by clicking on that. That's for sure. How do you rename it?
Oh, you're going to double click it. Double click the tab.
Okay. We're going to call this one garage. And so any flows that I make that have to do with the garage, they're going to go on this page. Sound good? You're like, I don't care. It sounds like whatever you want to do.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. That wasn't, I guess, really a question. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't, and I'm not showing you my screen. Oh, that's probably going to really help the lag, but whatever. Got to do what you got to do. All right, I am going to share my screen. It's only going to be 720. I can share in 1080, but I'm just going to do 720 for you, okay?
That should be fine.
Just since we're having already lag problems. All right. So here we go. Node-RED. Oh, yeah. Feeling good. Feeling ready.
So the first thing with Node-RED is we always want to start it with something. So what's gonna be your trigger to trigger the door to open or close?
Excellent. My trigger is an MQTT message being sent with a specific. Actually, this is the one that opens it. We'll start with this one. Being with a specific payload. So here's the topic, and here's the payload. So it's an MQTT trigger.
I would go ahead and just copy that the topic now. Okay. And then, you're going to do your MQTT in.
I think I was playing with, oh, shoot. Okay, I've got like extra buttons on my mouse, and I finally took some time. It's great having all this time, right? Being home.
Right.
I finally took some time, and I like programmed the buttons on the side so that I can have like a copy and paste button. So, anyways, and then I couldn't remember which was the cut button, and I hit the cut button. Okay.
That was screwing all up.
It. Okay, so we're going to do connects to an MQTT broker and subjects message with a specific topic, or...
So the in is going to be your input. So if you want to receive something, that's going to be your MQTT in. MQTT out will be if you want to send a message out from Node-RED.
Okay, so this is the one I want, right?
Right. Yep.
So click that guy, and then I can just paste the topic in here.
Yep.
Okay. And then, I'm sure that's my broker.
Be good.
Okay, what about the payload? Does the payload just come out here, and then I'll do something with it?
The payload is just going to come out, and then we're going to do we're going to use a switch.
Okay. Switch.
A switch is basically allow us to route traffic on base what that payload has.
Oh, okay. Gosh, so this is we're gonna take the two automations that I have, and we're gonna do this in one little flow here.
Yep.
I don't like the name of this. This thing needs a name, doesn't it?
It's at the bottom. Yep, there you go.
Okay, that's better. All right, here we go.
So double click on the switch. It's going to bring the UI up for what you want to check. This is already checking the message.payload, so that's good.
Okay.
And then it's already set for a string, so you should just type in the little box to the right, just on, in capital letters.
Okay, because that's what this is right here. That's what it's saying.
Right.
When my payload comes through, if the payload is absolutely equal to this, then it will be out box number 1.
Right,
and then
it'll be routed.
Another one to go to off, right? And that'll go out number 2. Okay. All right. Now, we have conditions. Here's the condition for the on. This is basically saying if the garage door is not
closed.
Already, so if the garage door is closed, then do something with it. Okay? Although I don't know if this is that important because this is actually, I'm just toggling the switch, but anyways, it should be fine. Sorry, go ahead, back up.
Either or. If you want to check it, we can check it using a current state node.
Okay. Current state. Okay.
And then you're going to double click that. Choose your server. Your entity is your binary sensor.
Okay. This one. Grab that and then copy it this time instead of paste. Yeah, you see that? Copy and paste.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, okay. If state is off, then what? That's all? Then it just passes through. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So this was on. So if the door is off, then...
And then on your current state node, you got 2 outputs. The top one is if the condition was met. So if it was off, then that one's it's gonna route to that output. If it was not met, then it'll route to the bottom one. You don't have to
Okay.
use both of them. Sometimes there's certain scenarios that it does help to have both.
Okay. So in this case, I want to do this action. I want to toggle a switch.
Right. So you're going to do a call service node.
Is there just I call service, is there something else, or is there another way to do it, or just would be call service?
That's it. Just call service.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it to like an MQTT message or something like that. I mean, that's another way to do it. But
Yeah, this would work. Look how good I'm doing. What's this data? I don't know what to do with this.
that's mainly for like lights. You could
Okay.
pass like brightness, colors, stuff like that.
Okay. So
It's going to show up
I
as
don't
red.
need anything
You
in
don't have
there?
to put anything. Nope.
Okay. Hey, Wrecker, we are doing Node Red. We're doing, got Blade here. We're converting some automations to Node Red. This is one that, this is actually the trigger for the MQTT car presence device. So this is the one that I've had in my car. When people ask what's the best automation project you've done, that is it. Because for a long time, I've had that thing working in my car now for probably 2.5 years almost. And it's just it's just been fantastic. So anyways, we're just converting Janice's version of it to Node Red. Now I got to be careful when I do this. I need to take out the automation, right? Or else it's going to end up trying to do both.
Right.
Hey, Frank, how's it going? Oh, he's in and he's out. Have a good one, Frank. We'll see you. Hey, we're going to probably split the config. If we don't get to it today, I guess we'll do it tomorrow. Okay. All right. I don't need anything for data.
Nope.
Does that look good to you?
You're good. Yep, you're good.
All right. Now, can I just copy this?
You could.
How do I copy it?
Just Control C. The cool
Oh,
thing
okay.
about Node Red, you can actually copy nodes without it interfering with your clipboard. I found that out, so that's pretty handy.
So it's kind of got its own clipboard. Like,
Right.
So whatever topic I pulled over here that I copied, it doesn't mess with that.
Right.
Oh, okay, fantastic. All right, so now we're going to do this condition down here, which is basically saying if that garage door is on, right?
So technically, if you're just doing off and on, you don't really need both of those. You could just route, or never mind. Never mind. See, I see the way you're doing it now. You're good.
If the payload is off, then this.
Right. Yeah.
And actually, though, it could go because that's the same either way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is why I'm not sure I need these conditions. I think this was important when it was a cover instead of just a switch, because then you're saying, well, if it's open, then close it. If it's closed, then open it. But here it's just saying, just click it. So I don't know if this is going to really. Anyways, this works. You know, I've played with this one and it works. So, okay, how does that look to you?
Looks good. You definitely want to hit deploy before you actually try it.
Okay. Oh, we can try it. Let's see now. Let's do something first.
We can either try it, real life, or we can attach a debug node. Debug node will allow us to see what it's actually doing.
Okay. We can try. If we do the debug node, will it also trigger it?
Yes.
Okay. And Andre says, don't forget to teach DrZzs how to share as well. Like, I don't share my config, so I need to figure out how to do that. Okay. I'm sorry, I missed the answer to your question. If I put the debug node there, will it actually open my garage door, or will it just do it as a test?
No, it'll still open your garage door as long as you route it to both.
Okay. I'm going to, before we do this, I want to comment out this because I don't want it to trigger the actual, I don't want it to do both, right? I don't want to have a duplicate automation and have it like receive two triggers like 2 seconds apart or anything like that.
It'd be a double toggle.
That would be double toggle. It's like triple stamp and a double stamp. Can't do that. All right, so we're going to go here and just reload automations. Make sure I save that. That's another button I need to put on my mouse is Control S. All right, and we're just going to go server controls and just reload automations. Okay. And look, it is saying that it's off currently. And if we go to how many home system windows can I open? If we go to this front page, oh, it's kind of like restarting or something, or sort of restarting, whatever, reloading some stuff. Uh-oh, failed.
Uh-oh.
I think it failed because I have this groups problem that I haven't sorted out yet.
See,
when I do
that's
this,
why I use Node-RED. There's less problems.
Amen. Amen. I've seen the light. Hey, look, I'm actually drinking water. What's that? You use both?
Yeah. I use Home Assistant as my UI, basically.
All right, so here's the problem on it. This has been stopping me from doing a lot of things. So we've got this light group office view. I don't know where to find this invalid config for group. I thought I took that out because I don't even have a groups anymore.
Madison says you forgot to comment out the trigger block.
Oh, okay. Let's look at that. Thank you. Let's see. Wait. There's one. No, I did. This is a different one. It's funky because if you do it in the web interface or the user interface, the graphic interface, then it puts things in funky orders. So it's like the action is like I always make mine trigger, condition, action, and then if you do it through the graphic thing and then it goes whatever in different orders. Sad news. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, what's going on? Oh no. I'm sorry, Will. Golly. Wow. Sad times, man. Okay. You'll have a group with obsolete settings. Just search for it in the config files. I think what it is it's in one of my HA switch plates. Let's save that because it's not in. I don't have group in here anywhere. Here's my find button. See? Oh, group there. That's all. And so let's go see if we can. Well, I know I can just restart all of Home Assistant. So let's just do that. Let's just force it. It won't just do the automations for us, but we can just force it because it's not gonna. I know that this has been the same problem. It still comes back up. We're just gonna restart it. We'll wait for that. Do you guys think Node-RED is better for home automations? Paul asks. What do you say, folks? Well, it's kind of like I'm biased the other way, so it's okay. But I do see the advantages, and I see the advantages. That's why I'm finally trying to get behind it. How do you? Oh, Jesse says, how do you comment out several lines in YAML? So you highlight what you want, and then it's control and /. Control and /, and poof, it all will just disappear. You can do it again, and it goes away. So that's a good shortcut.
I will say that while I see the advantages of both sides, I do think Node-RED might be somewhat better in some scenarios because you spend a lot less time figuring out when things go wrong, what happened, because it's more of a visual interface versus looking through YAML. Yeah, you can do control fine, but you're looking through code. So for an amateur, sometimes code isn't really friendly.
Yeah, I can see. So some of the advantages that I would say with Node-RED so far in my limited time is things like how easy it is to copy these nodes, or you do have to think differently about how to make it flow, and you do have to know what nodes do what to put them in here. But you also, you have to kind of know what services do what here, but you still have to know services over here. So doing Node-RED doesn't really get you away from understanding, MQTT topics, service calls, entity states and names and some of those things. But it is nice that, like right now, I could run this without having to restart Home Assistant, and then it'll work. But
right,
where right now Home Assistant won't restart for me. It's not even going to let me restart. Dang it, we're really going to have to troubleshoot this.
Hey, it wouldn't be a DrZzs stream if something didn't go wrong.
Right. Okay, let's see. Did I just call you an amateur, Lars? Did I call Lars an amateur? Oh, you did. Me. Okay.
I didn't say him specifically.
We all know what you meant. Okay, I do have to turn down the volume on the Lightning because I did listen to it, and wow, it's loud.
Oh, my ears.
Yeah. Oh man. I usually say, hey, everybody cover your ears, but oof. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. All right. Because something just exploded, we'll do this one. I don't even hear that. It doesn't even come through on here, but wait, somebody said what? Second line? Phil? Hold on. Let's say Node-RED. What am I making? Hey, Jonathan. We're just doing Node-RED today. We are, I got Blade here. He's a Node-RED master, black belt. And I'm like a Node-RED Padawan. And so he's walking me through. We're going to do some conversion of some automations to YAML. Right now, what we're specifically doing is trying to sort out why I have an error. Oh man, how am I going to find this? All right, it's in the Office one. I think it's that one. Oh, we can see. Maybe it is this one. Fan. Here we go. It's looking. This might be it, anyways. It's looking for Group Office States, but it's Group Office View, right? That's what it was looking for.
Yep. It says light toggle group office and then view.
Oh, light toggle group office. That's not what it's looking for. Yeah, here we go. I mean, this is it. Light toggle group office. Light toggle group office state. What if I just get rid of this for now?
When in doubt, comment it out.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is in a package, Kenneth. This is in a package, so it's not in my main config. It's in this package. Okay. Let's try that. See if that'll do it. Does anyone run ZoneMinder with event notification? Not I. It's a group. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's in. Yeah, you know what? I got it. We're close. We're going to be back here. And it's going to be one of these setups. Maybe it's in Pages. No. Maybe it's in Components. Yes. There it is.
There it is.
View. And one of these must say view.
Correlate with your automation. That's my confusion.
Well, it doesn't correlate with the automation. It's just an error because it's trying to set up a view, and groups don't do views anymore.
Oh, okay.
So it might be I just need to take this out. But I don't think that's going to be it. So I don't know if that one's it or not. If it says view no, I wonder if that's going to be okay. All right, well, we'll try it and see. I would expect that to be in several of them, though. So I'm kind of surprised that it was only giving me one error message like that. It's still there. Okay, let's keep trying. Okay, so maybe it's in, because there's probably in every single one of these in the components. So we can go back here. We're just going to change all of these. Just go to the group and view. Yes, there we go. Get rid of that. If I make it view no, or do I just get rid of view completely? I'm just going to get rid of view completely. I'm assuming that it doesn't need to be there. Okay. All right. And this is going to be the only places where I've got that, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just do a couple more of these. Sorry, it's a little bit of a delay, but hey, if you're having group issues and you use, there's the problem right there. Yep. Just delete
I was going
it.
to say, you probably just solved a bug for everybody.
Yeah, if you use HA switch plate, this is all because of HA switch plates and the way Luma set them up with packages, which is genius. But now that they've taken away, I mean, he's probably done an update for this. So if I would have updated these, maybe it would have changed and been fixed. But anywho. Okay, one more. Okay, I think that's it. Let's try it. Fingers crossed. All the view entities will cause issues. Okay, good. Can you do a search and config folder via VS Code? Oh, probably, Mark. That would have done it. Doggone it. Well, maybe we're going to have to do that. Okay, so let's just go to the whole config folder, right? And then I don't know how to search a whole folder here. Go to show all commands, find in files, Control-Shift-F. When in doubt, read what it says on the screen.
I can honestly tell you, I've used VS Code for years, and I've never, ever seen or used that option. So there we go.
There you go. Okay, here's one. Customize camera view. Oh, that's not really going to matter. But I also don't need it, so I might as well get rid of this. And where else we got it? Oh, gosh. Can I do a space view?
I wonder
That's
if you could
gonna be
do
better.
the star as a wild card. I'm not sure if that'd work or not.
Okay, yep, here's some more. Notification centers. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Okay, well, that's fine. I can go right to this one, and I can take all that out. This will work, so
Sort of
use
good enough to
find and
stand. Use
replace.
find and replace.
Yeah. But can I do it? I guess I can do it through the whole thing, right? Again. So I can do the Control-Shift-F. And then does this give me find and replace? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Should I just replace it with nothing?
I think so.
Okay. Replace with space. Okay. Oh.
Will YAML like space though?
It should be okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. I know. No. I'm getting big exclamation point no.
Right.
We're going to wait a second. Match, which editing, yikes, but you have to get the rest of the line where it says yes or no. And I think they're just behind a few seconds.
Maybe.
You have to get the rest of the line where it says yes or no. How many of them are there? That will not work. We will leave the rest of the line. Oh, I think they're still behind. Sorry, we'll give them a second to chat to catch up. since I'm not exactly sure. Good thing I got nothing else to do today. You just do 2 runs, one for yes and one for no. Either should work. Oh, so if I do pound view? Yeah, we could be done by now. I agree, Seamus. I agree. Let's just go through and be done. Okay, because there's not that many. View, gone.
Just for the record, we're doing a Node-RED stream, and we're having to fix Home Assistant. Go figure, right?
You have to figure, there you go. Fixing YAML. This is one more reason why Node-RED.
Can we talk about Google Home for Node-RED? I have no experience with Google Home, but if it's attached to Home Assistant, then I don't see why you couldn't get Home Assistant to trigger the Node-RED automation mic.
Oh, we need yes. Okay, I don't think there's any. Doesn't look like there's any yeses. Should have started with the config split. Now, for what it's worth, I would say this is because there's packages and there's all this particular line is in a ton of files. If it was just all in my config, I could have fixed it. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. I want to save them all. Save all. Okay. Dum bum bum bum. If you got fingers, cross them. It's searching. Oh. Now I gave up on it. Show off. Hey, Stefan, how's it going? Who was that remark for? I'm not sure. Oh, dang it.
Group notification.
Still there, man. This one now, group notification view. It must be a yes. I think it was a yes in there that we didn't wait for. Shift Control F. Yeah, there it is. Still got one sneaker. Got one sneaker. Now. Bum, bum, bum. Never a dull moment. I try and screw things up as often as possible. I mean, seems to be worth watching. Should have started updating your switch plates. 0.4. Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
We did it. Yeah, I need to do that, Jamie. Do you use switch plates? You probably don't, Matt, do you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
They're awesome. They're really fun. They're cool. Okay, here we go now.
I've seen your video.
Yeah, it's fun. And I guess he's got he's done some updates, Luma has, and you can do a lot more things with colors and a lot of stuff now. So see, that was a great fix. Nice teamwork, everybody. Good job out there. Good job. What node would you use to set if Google Home hears turn on light? That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that'd be.
Automation reload failed.
I'm thinking that'd be something that would set up in Navu Casa, maybe.
I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what service. I don't know. I'm not sure. Only minimal yelling. Updated my switch plates and it didn't work properly. Uh-oh. Okay, we lost connection to Home Assistant. We lost connection. Okay, good. It's restarting. Probably. If we learn by all our mistakes, then we are geniuses. Yes, that's right. Does anybody have any experience with sending attachments to an iOS notification? Yes, Sven, I've done it. Attachments like what? Like I've sent pictures and video, and I think you can do sound, but it's been a while since I messed with it. But I did a video not too terribly long ago, in the past year maybe. Guess that is quite a while. But that's... Okay, please explain the difference on the reloads. What exact accent? So you don't have to do a reload of everything in Home Assistant, and this is just giving you the idea. I just don't get it to work. Yeah, it's a little tricky, Sven. I have to say, it's definitely not. It's not an easy thing. I'm trying to remember who it was that was sort of the master of that. I mean, you could share your config, or share what you're trying to do in Discord somewhere, and I'll take a look at it, or somebody else can take a look at it, and we can try and get it. I got lost. What am I building? Hey, Songor, how you doing, man? If you guys don't watch Songor's videos, you should. He does good stuff. How you been? Sound out of sync? Maybe I'm just a ventriloquist.
Maybe.
Okay. But if automation isn't packaged, then the reload automation will not reload. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Stefan. You are so right. So that's the reason it wouldn't reload just the automations, was because we made, because I have packages. That's true. That's true. Okay, very kind. I hope to help you, Sven. I really like the iOS notifications. They're really handy. It's cool to be able to do that and, be able to send a picture from a camera, or I even had it, with the buttons and everything where you could actionable things and text to speech. I mean, that was a pretty good little setup. It was right there. There are 7 things. All say reload scripts or whatever. Yep. And you don't have, this is just so you don't have to reload all of Home Assistant. If you don't want to, you could just reload certain things, but I think it doesn't take much longer to reload the whole thing. All right. So now we have eliminated the automation that I had. We got like 100 of these things open over here. We've eliminated the automations that I had that were going to open up my, oh my word, really? Is there a way to just close all these at once? Oh, there we go. Okay.
There was, but you already closed them all.
All right. So now we'll look at Node Red. Oh, we're going to pull this over here too, because I want to do both at the same time. So what I want to do is look at the flow for the garage, and I want to look at the actual garage door. Oh, I got another notification. Okay, that's fine. I know my Octoprint's not turned on. And this will show us if her garage door actually opens. Okay? And let's actually just test it for real. Let's just test this thing for real. Just plug it in and see if it works. So this would be simulating what would happen if she goes out in the car and turns the key. You go out in the car and you turn the key. It will power on the USB port that this little dude is plugged into. And when it fires up, it will send an MQTT message, and that should open the garage door so she can drive out. Here we go. Okay, when it blinks, it's connected to the Wi-Fi. There it goes.
Oh,
switch
toggled. I saw a trigger. Yep.
Yep. And now this will, because the door is closed, this sensor won't change until it gets all the way open. So give it, there it goes.
Boom.
It worked. Okay, and then
That's
we
almost
can.
Too easy.
Isn't it great? So and
That's
then
too easy.
and then when you drive away and you get out of range, it disconnects from the Wi-Fi, and it will close the door. Awesome.
That's very clever.
Isn't that cool? That Luma, he's a smart man. He's a very smart man. All right. He's the same guy that made the switch plates, the HA switch plates. Okay, so that was that one. Let's find us another automation to tinker with. Yeah. Oops.
Questions about that? For all the viewers, that was like 30 seconds of, setup.
That was like it was like nothing in Node Red. It was real simple, and then it was 10 minutes of fixing YAML. Oh, good times. Okay, here we go. Gonna open up our automations here, and we'll pick something else. Now, I've got a lot of automations that I use text to speech.
Oh,
the stream froze. So that won't work if the USB port is always active. That is right, Robert. You got to find a USB port in your car, or you can connect it to, some other 5-volt. If you had like a, I don't know, whatever, a circuit, any place you want to tie in the car, it just has to be low voltage, can't be 12 volts. Be careful. If it gets stolen, you'd have to change your MQTT info in a hurry. Yeah, because boy, wouldn't it be awful if the whole world had my MQTT information? Because they do. But yes, I agree, because then somebody could just drive the car up to your house and then open the door. You like that face, Carlo? That was the stream is frozen face. Auto puts the stream at 144p. Oh, you know what? I'll bet you that's because they're trying to decrease bandwidth. Let's see. What did you say, Will? If it gets stolen, you'd have to change your MQTT in a hurry. After my theft in my car, that would worry me that someone could have it in their pocket with a battery to walk up to the garage door. That's true. That's true. But I still think it's good. I'll take my chances with that. But then again, I haven't had my car broken into. You have. That's got to be a tough thing to deal with. You feel invaded, I'm sure.
If you want to increase security, you could do encryption on your MQTT, and then they would have to have the precise topic.
Oh, but he's saying if they took the device out of the car,
they'd
have to really know what to do.
Right.
Fortunately, at least the bad criminals that I've met, they're not smart enough. There's probably some that are, but they'd have to figure out what that thing is, what it does. Of course, now that I've streamed it, they could do it to my cars because they know it's me. Or you'll all have guns. That's right. You just have a gun, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, let's do one that is let's do one that's going to be one of my automations that triggers the speech stuff, because that seems to get jacked up sometimes. So let's do that. So we're going to search for Alexa. Sorry, I said that out loud. Okay, so this one seems to not work great all the time. So let's do this one. Oops. This is for sign off, and we all know that sign off sometimes doesn't work very well. Sign off automation doesn't work very well. So let's build this one. What do you say?
Sure.
We're going to make a new page.
If I'm reading your YAML right, your trigger is coming from an input boolean?
Yes. And we don't, and that way because I have then several things that can trigger that input boolean.
Right.
Which we could all do here, right? We could do it all in the same place.
We could do it both ways. Let's start out with the simplest way. That'll be just to use one single node.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready. You're going to drag on you'll look and see an events state node, not the events all.
Event state. Got it.
So this node actually acts like a trigger it looks for changes. Home Assistant sends all of its changes to this entity, and then this will act as our trigger. So
and
then, your input boolean. Yep.
Okay, we'll put this over there. Okay. Okay.
And then same thing. I don't know if it's triggering. Looks like an on.
Anytime. It's just triggering either way. This is initial state just says this is the automation is turned on by default when the Home Assistant starts. This is just triggering regardless of what the state is. It's just a change in the state.
Gotcha. Let's go with on initially. If we have to do both, we could just do 2 nodes.
Okay. So it doesn't have a way to make it so that when it's toggled. So any state change, it doesn't do that. I'll put only on state change. I'll put on connect. Okay.
Yeah, not that I know of.
And there's not. Okay. That's cool. Who's helping DrZzs today? This is Blade. And you've seen Blade. Yes, everyone's seen Blade around. He's very active Discord and chat. He's the mastermind behind a lot of the things, the cool things the bot can do as well. All right. So you think we'll start with this one, and we'll say when the input boolean is on. Okay.
Yep.
That's okay. You know what? We can do that. And then what we'll do is let's also set a. You know what I can do? I can tell the input Boolean to turn off at a certain, that off delay.
Right.
Yeah. He's good at slaying vampires too. Oh, I didn't get to ask you. I like to do that when I get people on, especially for the first time. How did you come up with Blade? What's that about? Is it because the vampire slaying superhero?
I got tired of typing my old name. My old name used to be Red Hawk 2021, and it was just too long, and I just wanted something really simple. So.
And that just happened to be what you came up with. Blade 2021.
Yep.
And he's a walker as well. What if you don't enter a state value? Kenneth says, if you don't enter a state value here.
I'm not sure if it'll let you. It might give you an error.
Okay. I like the idea, though, of having it go to off after a few seconds. So let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. Okay. All right. So does this look okay?
Yep.
All right.
So then if we don't have any conditions, then we can just go straight to a call service node. And before, when you were asking about the data input line right there, I actually sent you a little snippet via Discord. That's actually going to be used in that data line.
What's this? This will be used in the data line for...
Right.
Oh, okay. So we're going to use this down here. Should I just go ahead and copy that in there now?
Yep.
The formatting looks jacked. Is it?
It might be. It's JSON, so it should copy over.
It shouldn't matter about these spaces, right? But it's just...
So if you hit your little triple dots right there, it'll open up a bigger window for you.
Oh, that'll help. I bet you if we open the bigger window, then it'll look fine. Yeah. So that's all. Okay. Okay, so, and you came up with this. This is saying the message.
Just basically, it's telling she who shall not be named, what are we sending her? And then the data type is TTS, text to speech. So that has to be included. That way she understands what we're trying to get her to do.
Okay. And I'm betting we also need to put in here some of this. We'll definitely need to put the message in.
Right. The message will be in our payload.
The message will be in our payload. Okay.
Right.
And we're going to need to put in the targets. You got a plan for that?
So I believe we're going to have to do call service nodes per target. So we're just going to have a bunch of call service nodes.
Okay.
I think there is a way to target multiple entities.
Okay. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good way to do it, because if the way that I've got it with everything in a list like this, it doesn't always send them to all of them. And I don't know why, and that bothers me.
Oh, really?
I want it to be able to actually, I want to be more sure that it's going to send them to all of them. So, and somebody did say here, Jeff said, don't enter a value on the if and use a switch with on off. Oh, I thought he was talking about it runs whether it's changed to anything. Okay. Yeah. So the same thing, it seems like maybe it would work the same way, that we don't have to put it on and it would just change on any state change. But I like the idea of it going to on and then automatically turning back off. That's fine.
Right.
Rather than just any state change. Okay. Where were we?
So I think we're done with that window. You just want to enter enter the details for one of the entities.
I want to make this an announce instead of a text to speech. Is that okay?
We could try it. I've never done an announce, but we can definitely try it.
It just makes a little chime beforehand, and the kids are used to that.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this is actually calling Home Assistant. So anything Home Assistant understands currently should be fairly fluent.
Okay.
So I think you want to do your entity. You got to do your notify and then your service and all that, right?
Yeah. Domain. Notify. Service. So
my service is Alex. media, and then
the actual name of it.
Right.
And maybe I should do it that way too. We'll try it. Okay. It works with announce like that. I use it for a doorbell. Good. Oh, and Renee knows something about Google Home. Does it work for my brain dead G Home? I don't know. I don't think so, Renee. I have a couple of Google Homes, but I haven't used them for announcing because we don't have them throughout the house. But I want to learn how to. So I'll try and get to that at some point. And then entity ID.
Empty.
If it's
Empty.
doing this, yeah, okay, you can leave that empty, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we have to make one change. I think you already wired up your.
Oh, except for this one's not. Basement. That's not the right one. I want to try to start with that one. Okay. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
It's all good. It's all good. You want to click done on that one, and then we have to make one change.
Okay.
We have to actually insert a change node. So a change node is going to set our message for us.
Okay.
So you're going to wire your, or yep, you can set your message payload to whatever message you got. So it looks like it's time for sign off or whatever.
Okay. Now I could probably just also, instead of having this extra node, I could do this, but I could have also put that in here probably, right? Instead of message payload, just do the message.
Yeah, you could. The message, doing it that way, it allows you to change things on the fly, or you can have just one call service node and have it
copy the whole thing, and I can just change the message right here.
Right.
Because we're going to want to do that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this is setting the message payload to all this stuff.
Yep.
And then this is passing it to this node here. Okay. So if it's true,
yep,
that goes there. And that goes there. Now we need a bunch of these, don't we? We need one of these for each.
Right. And then we also want to do a call service node to turn off that input boolean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we can do that. We can turn off the input boolean here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it in the others. I'll do it. You know what, though? Gosh, you got to let me do that in YAML. It's just too easy. Because it's just, we'll just set an off delay.
Gotcha. It looks like Mark posted a node for Google Home, I want to say. I use Home Assistant for a lot of, bridging to devices and stuff. Node-RED does have the palette manager. You can download libraries and stuff like that if something's not supported in Home Assistant, and it is supported in Node-RED.
Just make sure I do this right. Off delay binary. Pretty sure I've done it right, but yeah, off delay and then in seconds. Okay, good, done. Okay, so now we're back here, and we just need to change this each time to a different one.
Right.
And that one. Wait, what's this? No description provided. Okay, that's fine. And we're just going to keep on doing this.
Good thing is you could actually just do this once, and then if you had something else that you wanted to do to all of them, you just link it to this one place, and that's it.
Just link it to this one place? What do you mean?
Like if you wanted to send an announcement for sign off or that you're leaving work or something like that, you could have that trigger as a separate thing, but it would still link back to here because all it's doing is just routing to a change node, and the change node is going to send it to all of those devices.
And somebody is telling me that, thank you, that the off delay, does the off delay not work for those? Oh, I guess not. For input booleans? Oh, poo. You're right. Oh, bugger. Okay. Oops, that's probably a bad word in a lot of languages or in a lot of places. Okay, so this off delay is not going to work here.
Gary Wilson saying use she who shall not be named everywhere.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
Huh.
I've tried that. Does it work for you, Gary? Moving my announcements for those $20 ones on sale. Perfect for that. Ability to trigger routine from Node-RED is perfect. Yeah, Mark. The $20 ones you like, is that the ones you plug into the wall? Those are nice.
Yeah, that's the dots.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what we will do then in Node-RED is we will just have a timer to set that input boolean back to whatever, to off.
Okay. Yep, we can do that.
Because we can't actually do. Okay. This is getting boring to just change these every time, but media Zoe's echo dot done. Just because I'm stopping to talk in the meantime. Quit your yapping. Okay, and then echo show. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh wait, echo show. No. Oh, that's why it's not working down there. This is not Justin's echo show, it's just echo show. This is the one in my office. Save that one. There's a kid's office one. I want it. Theater, definitely.
I believe you can, Thomas. I haven't played with that yet, so I didn't want to have him doing something the wrong way.
Oh, do a comma separated list. You know, Thomas, maybe, but I'm okay doing it this way because my automation hasn't been working with them in a list like this. You could do a comma, in the list, and Frank said it's better to do a list. What do they call this? An array or something instead of just commas. But anyways, either way, it's not always triggering each one. And so I wanted to redo this and have it do the service for each one anyways. So that's what I'm doing. This device, toy room, definitely. Okay. And then I changed the name of some of these, and it's interesting that so many of them are showing up here. Zen room, yes.
So there is something, I'm glad you mentioned that. There is something that I get asked about on Discord quite a bit, and actually Facebook too. If you add an entity to Home Assistant and you don't see it in Node-RED, all you have to do is just reload Node-RED or restart Node-RED. Because when you restart Node-RED, it actually pulls all the entities from Home Assistant right then and there. It doesn't update on the fly.
Okay. So if you change an entity in Home Assistant, it won't show up in Node-RED until you restart Node-RED.
Right.
Okay. That's probably about the only time you have to restart Node-RED?
Pretty much, yeah. And even though you don't see it in Node-RED, if you hand type it in, you can still use it. So it's more of
you can hand type it in and it'll still work. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Echo Flex. Okay, that's enough for now. There might be more, but I will. Golly, do I really have this many Amazon Echoes? Jeez. Oh, and then the first one was wrong. It's not Echo Show. I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Guess that's the only one that says Echo Show. I thought it was my name. Okay. Anyways, all right. Now we do this all the way down, right? Little doc awk here.
We could do it this way. For future reference, I got a different way that we would do it. It would just save you time if you wanted to add and remove things, but we'll get this working first.
Okay. All right. So that is going to, when we push that button, it's going to send, this sets the message, and it sends it to all those. Okay.
So we still have to do our delay and then our input boolean turn off.
Okay. So how do you do that?
The delay is going to be with a delay node. Just going to drag it in there. Yep. And okay.
Oh, and then you just set it for however many seconds.
Right.
So 10 seconds. And then on the
same
other
thing,
side,
just a call service node.
Okay. And then okay. Input boolean. Turn off. And entity ID is this one. Okay. Anything else?
That's it. That's it. It should work. You're going to deploy first. Yep.
If I hit this, all the kids are going to come running up here. Let's actually take this one out of commission as well. Now here's something else. Oh, wait a minute now. Oh, this isn't as important anymore, so we'll take this out. Okay, it's fine. I was going to say this second part here is when I was having the kids do the sticker giveaway thing. It did a delay, and then, but they don't need to do that anymore. And I have 8 Google Minis and a hub. We should have a contest to see who has the most. I bet I would win. Do I need some of the Alexa Flexes? I have one, Mark. I do have one. How many? Let's start. Let's hear it. I want to hear. I want to know how many. Change the message to testing. Good idea. Good enough. Good idea. I want to hear how many Echo Dots or Google Home Minis or whatever you have, because I want to see. We should have a contest here to see who wins. All right. I'm going to go back here for a second and just reload the automations. Blade, 2 Echo Dots. Oh my gosh.
That's it. I live in an apartment though.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Oh my gosh. I'd have to go. Not all the ones on that list I actually have. Let me do hash marks here. So up here I've got 2 that aren't even connected, but they've got homes. They're just not in their homes yet. And then let's see, Jackson's, Zoe's, my Echo Plus here. We have the original one. Downstairs we have the show. We've got a mini there. We've got another one there. We've got the new mini. Downstairs we've got a mini, and then we've got one flex. So that's 12. It's 12 Echo Dots. And then I know I have 3 Google Home Minis and 1 hub. So grand total, that's 10, 12, 16.
Jeez.
Oh, got a problem. I have a problem. Okay. Let's go to Node-RED and we'll change that. Change this message to
it's time for testing.
yes. It's time for testing. Okay, deploy. And then can I just click this or I have to click the button?
You have to click the button. Oh, we could do an inject button or inject node.
Nope, here it goes. It worked beautifully. And it called them all, and then it turned it back to off. Stinking awesome.
That. That's 2 for
Scott's
2,
got
30
a tie.
seconds.
10 Kindle Fires. No, she came in anyways. Come here. It was just wanted you to come give me a hug.
It said, it's time for testing.
Yeah. Did it say it in your room?
Yeah. What is it?
So I'm fixing it so that it will work more often. So the sign-off thing will work more often. So now I can go back in here and I can put this. It's time for sign-off. Time for sign-off. Done and deploy. Fantastic. Okay, so who did we decide? 2 for 2, 30-second automations. Where do you put 16 voice assistants, Ray? I've got like 3 of them in my office. I mean, like why? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you, let me tell you one thing about that is we have an old intercom system in the house and we've never used it. It's never worked very well. I do have at least one in a bathroom, Mark, and it's actually pretty handy to have it in a bathroom, you know? And you pretty much have to have one in each room. I'm going to put one outside. I got one in the garage. I mean, it's bad. But if it works like this, if you can get announcements out to people, or if you can say, you know, being able to say things like, you know, hey, Bertha, tell everyone it's time for dinner, and everybody in the house gets a bling, it's time for dinner, you know, it works so well. Something's working for the first time. I know. We're going to find something to break. Didn't something break? Well, we did have that trouble with YAML, so that's something. So now I can take this and I can just make, if I wanted to make a different input Boolean in Home Assistant, I can just copy this, right? I can copy this whole thing and just change the message and everything else will be the same. I don't have to mess with it. Is that true?
So instead, yes, you could do that. There's a more efficient way to do it.
Oh, let's be efficient then. Show me.
Okay.
Teach me, oh wise one.
So all the wires you have going from your change node to your call service nodes, your Betty or Bertha nodes, we're going to delete all those. We're not going to delete the nodes. We're going to delete the wires.
Delete the wires. Oh boy. All right. Okay.
Okay. Now you're going to search for a link node. And this is also something that allows you to make things nice and neat. So you're going to do both. You're going to pull over a link in and a link out.
Okay.
The link out is going to be wired to your change node. And then your link in is going to be wired to all those Bertha call service nodes.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Wow. And then next time so I can link this, but then next time I'll have another link out and it'll just go to this. Oh, yep. Wow. Okay.
Super efficient.
Holy smokes. Okay, then we're going to do the bedtime one next.
And this is what I do for my my lights, basically. I have different automations that trigger my lights, like door sensors and stuff like that. But the light entity call service nodes are in one place and one place only.
Okay, so now
So you do have to attach the link nodes. I don't know if you did that.
I didn't.
You can do it that way and just click it, or you can also, they just did an update where you can actually drag the same way. You would wire the little circle right there. That's how you wire link nodes. That's something they just came out with the last update.
Oh, but it doesn't show if you unhighlight it.
Right.
Okay. All right, so now I want to take this, all this here. Can I just copy like that?
Yep. Looks like you missed the call service one. You just control select.
If I just control this, will it also get the links? Or no?
Okay, yeah, it will.
Okay.
It should, I think.
So, okay.
Bam. Just like that.
Just like that. Okay. So now instead of sign off, we've got a bedtime one, I'm pretty sure. Let's find it here. Thank you for
everybody in chat. Everybody in chat's going nuts over the link node.
Oh, they didn't know it? Or what?
No. It's something
made
that's
my
got
WLED automation much cleaner.
It's like a hidden gem.
Okay. So now we're going to change this one. Oops, I'm going to change the name of it also to bedtime. Okay. Bedtime delay. And then this input off, I need to change to bedtime. Okay. And then this link out is still going to go there. So I just need to change the message.
And for those who are asking in chat, if you can link across tabs, yes, you can. And that's another reason that it allows things to be nice and clean versus having to be restricted per tab.
Okay. Change the message. Oh, and this is now the bedtime message. Oh, I'm loving this. Bedtime message. Done. Okay. So that should be it, right?
Yep. Tycho is asking, how do you know what link node you're connecting to? They have IDs, or you can actually name them.
So you can say, this one here can just be like
your announce.
Or like whole house. Right? Something like that. So then I want to see it. I guess it's always going to stay small like that.
Yeah.
So now anything that so if I was in a different, like if I'm in the garage, I can put one of these, a link out. And when I click on it, it'll give me an option here of all of my link ins. And I can just connect to the one that I want.
Right.
Oh, this is gold. Okay. Sweet. All right. Now we're definitely going to test this one because I love it when the kids come screaming up here about it not being bedtime. Let's see. Okay. Hold on.
Did you link your bedtime to the... Oh, you did? Okay.
Maybe my input boolean is not named that. Maybe I messed up the name of the input boolean.
They're saying you have typo in the entity bedtime.
Oh, she just came up saying she's not tired. So I must have done something.
I guess it triggered.
Oh, input boolean.
Sign off and then the bedtime one.
Oh, it's because I pushed this thing. And it's still this automation one, that's why. So it wasn't Node Red that did it, it was the automation. We didn't take away the automation. Okay, but they said I had a typo. Okay. Oh, yes. Gosh. It is so nice to have like 200 quality control checkers. Knocking on the screen. You missed an E.
Chloe's here too.
How's it going? Hi, Chloe. How are you? All right. Are you girls having fun?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not really time for sign off or bed.
What the? You haven't been in here for no reason.
But you'll come back in a few minutes. We'll be done in a few minutes. You stinker. All right. Okay, that was awesome. Let's see. Did I mess it up anyplace else? Nope. Okay. That's that. Did I change the trigger? Nope. Should still be good, right?
Looks good.
I think I only typoed it in that one. Yeah, well, this is where I had the typo.
And just wanted to say kudos to you for naming your nodes. That's something I didn't do for like a year. So much easier if you name everything.
Well, You won't need 200 QC checkers. Node-RED makes it so easy to find where the problem is. I hope you're right, Sam. I hope you're right. I hope they're staying 2 meters away from Chloe. Yeah. They've made I guess some of the wives have made little small play groups to, do want to try and limit that, but it's so hard to have the kids not play with anybody. So they've chosen like 2 friends and that's it. And so those 2 friends, we visit back and forth. They don't visit with anybody else. We don't visit with anybody else. So trying to make it work. All right. So now I can get rid of this here. Okay. All right. Let's do one more. Let me find a good one here. Let's see. What do I
So
do?
Andreas is also saying we have to share how to export and import flows before we sign off.
Why don't we do that? Let's do that.
That is actually, that's like a 30-second thing.
Okay. Well, then let's do one more and then we'll sign. Then we'll do that. Because we have more than 30 seconds. Let's see. That one, there's more of the same. I have so many of those. I guess we could do, some people were asking about music player stuff. What do you think about that? Do you use your Node-RED? How do you use Node-RED at all for media player stuff? Do you? If not, I can look for something else. Okay.
I don't do it, but if you have it in YAML already, we're just pretty much going to be copying and pasting. Like it's that easy.
Let's do the let's do the decons event. So now I've got.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
No, this is good. Nah, decons is good.
Oh, okay, great. Let's do it. All right. So here is my shake it for bedtime. Here's cube toss for sign off. Let's do cube toss for sign off. All right. And we could probably fit it all in here, can't we? Gosh, this is starting to get messy. Like I want this to all fit. It doesn't take long. I guess I just scroll down and you just keep putting stuff underneath it. Okay, Jordan's got a media flow. Share your media flow, Jordan. We'll look at it. In the meantime, we'll keep on going here. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Whenever the cube gets tossed, it triggers an event, decons event, and there's the switch ID, and there's the event number. And what I've had it do is just switch input boolean toggle, but I'm just going to have it do, we could just do turn on now that we've done that, because before it was just either state, didn't matter. Okay?
Right.
Simple?
This one we're going to have to do a little research into, but it should be fairly simple. First things first, we should do a events all node.
Okay. Events all.
Yep.
Got it.
And then, so being that our switch is always the same thing, we're going to do a switch node.
Okay, so we'll build it first and then we'll do, switch node, okay.
Yep. So switch node, you're going to end the property that it's looking at. I'm going to just actually paste it to you in Discord.
Okay.
And I'll show everybody how I got this basically on mine.
Okay.
After we get things.
And Stone, it looks like Stone's had it working too. So if we run into trouble, he can point us. But do you have this? Do you have the cube and all that too?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I have the decon sensor, so should be the same concept.
Okay. So I got that's the service. What did you just share with me?
That's going to go in your switch.
Entity ID. Okay.
So for the property.
Okay. Oh, payload? No.
Yep, you're going to take out payload and just paste in what I sent you.
Okay. That.
And then for the for the equals, we're going to do switch _14.
Okay. Okay.
And then we're just going to click done, and we should wire that to a debug node.
Okay.
On your debug node, you want to double click it, and we're going to change it from message.payload to complete. It's actually going to be on the drop down. complete message object. Yep. And that's it.
Okay. All right.
Looks like you have an error on your events all node. Maybe it's not
I didn't
selecting.
do anything to it. Leaving event type empty, listing for all events. So we need a.
Oh, gotcha. Mine's empty. I'm sure you probably could do the switch 14.
I know decon's event is the type, right? Event type. At least that's what it says in my YAML.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
And then you want to wire your events all node to your switch.
So we're going events all. Okay, so it's monitoring events. And
We're looking only at the magic cube. And then
only
we're
at the
taking
magic
whatever it
cube.
finds, any kind of event that it finds from the magic cube, and we're basically just sending it to our window for debugging.
Okay. So should I mess with it?
You want to deploy, and then you want to open your debug tab. So that's going to be on your right side sidebar. Should be the little arrow right there in the middle. Going halfway down. Right
Oh,
there.
that
Yep.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And then the debug is the little bug-looking icon. Now
Okay.
you want to do something with the magic cube, whatever you can do to trigger the event.
Okay. Something happened. No.
No? Okay. That's okay. So instead of wiring through the switch,
here
we're
they
going to wire
come.
directly to the debug tab
Not
or
yet.
debug node.
Did it say sign off?
No, it said bedtime.
Okay, sorry. We're just playing still. Okay, sorry.
We're going to wire directly to the debug node instead of going through the switch.
Okay.
Because for some reason the switch filtered that message out. And then we're just going to hit deploy.
Oh, I have to hit deploy. Oh, gosh. They're not gonna, it's gonna be like the boy that cried wolf. No, not yet.
You could disable it on your home assistant.
Yeah. Oh gosh, now it's telling them it's bedtime too. Okay. Anyways, okay. I need to. I'm just gonna leave it. Let's just let them keep coming. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, just turn off the automation. Gosh, tell us. You genius. What the heck? What am I thinking? Just go in here and turn it off. Silly me. I know I'm giving them a workout. They keep running up the stairs. It's good. It's good. Oh, let's see. It's stuff like. Which one is it? Oh, I guess I can just search in here for.
So who was it? Somebody said in chat we can just disable the link node on Node-RED.
Oh, that too.
There we go.
Okay, and then. Okay, that'll work. Gosh, sometimes the answer's right in front of you. Oh, hey, configuration entities is much faster compared to developer tools nowadays. Is that right? Configuration entities. Oh, yeah. And then I can just filter this. I can just search for something here. No, that one doesn't work. Search is here. Oh, that is much faster. Oh, bless you, Frank. Frank's back. We're not going to have time to filter to split up the config, Frank, but it was the second highest vote getter. Oh, look, I just moved it.
Yeah, don't forget
You see
to
that?
deploy.
All
So there we
right,
go.
Wheeler
Okay,
just
now we're getting
subscribed.
events. So in our debug tab, you can see the events coming through. You should be able to drop down one of the events, like whichever one you want to basically capture, and it'll tell you the data that we're looking for.
Oh, we're gonna put everybody to sleep with this one. Hold on, because we had a new somebody else new subscribe, so I'm gonna go back to this one.
Nice sound effects.
Okay. Payload state.gesture, Stone says. I always don't see anything where with my night theme. Oh, Clement. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Deployed that. And then, so you said look at the event down here?
Right, whichever one you were trying to capture. So you should be able to drop down one of the events, and it'll tell us like what the ID. It's actually going to be like right next to where it says event type, a little arrow. To on the left side. There you go. Yep. And then we're going to drop down the payload, and then the event. So if you hover over the switch, switch 14, it should give you a copy path.
Copy value, copy path.
Click that.
Okay.
Now we're going to bring back our switch node, and that's what we're going to put in the property instead of what I sent you.
Okay. So we do need a switch node again.
Right.
And then that's going to go
right
here?
Right in the, yep.
Oh, event dot ID. You had event underscore ID.
Oh, that's weird. Mine likes the underscore.
Oh, yeah?
Huh.
Okay.
So then, should see the event. Looks like we're getting an event. Looks like 3,000 on my screen.
Yeah, it says 3,000, 3,000. I'm trying to remember. I guess the throw it up in the air was 7,008. Let's just make sure that that's registering here somewhere. Ooh, oh, this is a... Oh, that's a gesture, so that's like when you twist it and stuff. Oh, my gosh. Okay, we got more here. And we can clear this and I can throw it again. There's 7,000.
Okay.
It's not 7,008.
So the event ID still should be switch underscore 14 from what I'm seeing.
Okay. So I just threw it up in the air. We get 2. I just want to make sure we're getting the right. So 7,000. 7,008. There you go. Okay. So it got it. All right.
So one thing I would do, I would go ahead and copy the path for the event while we're here.
So I go down to here.
Yep, and then
Copy
copy
the path. Okay.
And then in the switch that we're editing right now, I would type in switch 14 for what we're checking. Or not the property, but the actual value. Switch underscore
Here?
14. Yep.
Just go to magic key. Okay.
And then we're going to do a second switch. The second switch is going to be the event that we're going to check for.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to paste that path that we just got.
That thing.
There we go. Yep.
And then this will be 7,000.
And that'll be 7,000. You do want to change it to a integer on your drop down instead of a string. You'll see in the debug tab that things that are strings are in quotes. The numbers in blue, that indicates that it found a number.
Okay, so if it's blue, you need number. White is a string.
Right.
Okay, that's important.
Very important.
That is important. Okay.
And then we're just going to wire these in series, and we should be able to trigger something. And then whatever we want to trigger, like we can trigger an input boolean or anything.
So what we actually want to do is we want to trigger another link. actually, this link out. Wait. Oh yeah, we want to trigger the node. We want to trigger the input boolean.
Okay, so you could do a link out and then another link in into the message, the bedtime message change node.
Oh.
That would avoid the input boolean completely.
So if I'm doing links, can I just do?
Yeah, could do that too.
But that's messy, because that line would have to go all the way up here, right? It would have to be like this.
Yeah.
And that would then it would start to look like my configuration file. Okay. We'll do the inputs. I like that. Or links, sorry, not inputs, links. Link out goes here. And link in goes there. And then this link, we're going to name this one Cube Toss. And then this one, we're going to link to Cube Toss, right?
Right, that's only going to trigger for the 7,000. So is Cube Toss the 7,000?
7,008.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Okay. Give it a try.
Yep.
Okay.
And there it goes.
Yes, yes, yes. They're like, I'm not gonna come in this time, Dad. Oh, here they are coming. I hear them pounding up the stairs. Ah!
I'm here. House is shaking when I walk up the stairs.
We're so close for sign off. You guys
oh dang it! I heard it and I was so ready.
No, come on, just hang out for 2 seconds. So Blade, let's just share the how you share flows, and then we'll do some more Node-RED another day. I want to do, Jordan, I will look at your I'll look at your flow that you sent about media stuff, and then I know some other people have been doing some things. It's 4 o'clock. It's kid time.
Okay.
But
just
this has been
real
good.
quick
So
in the
show me
top
how to.
right.
Okay.
Real quick in the top right, we're gonna click the 3 lines, and then just export and imports right there. Export. You're gonna go whatever you got selected, or the current tab, or the whole flow, and then import. Basically the same thing in reverse.
And then if I go, we have a Node-RED channel, I'm sure. Yep, there it is.
We do.
And if I try to paste this, it's going to say, hey, that's too big. You don't want to just do this. And I'm going to say, I'm just doing this. I'm just pasting it into, a text document in the Node-RED channel just for the practice of doing that. So that's all I did. Just put that there. Okay. Do you guys like the new icon? Did you see that from the other day? Was that you that snagged that? Who was it that did that?
Yeah, there's a black alien.
There is. Okay. All right. That was pretty good. Stickers.
Can't do stickers.
We can't do. We can't. Yeah. We'll do. Blade, have I sent you stickers?
No.
Okay. Stickers for you.
Awesome.
Stickers for Blade. And then who was it that tied with me for the most number of Amazon Echo dots or whatever? Let's do stickers for you and for him. Whoever that was. I thought his name was Sam. Not Sam. Anybody remember? If you're still here, whoever you were, Mr. 12 Echo dot things or whatever, you can save it as a JSON file. Oh, you guys are talking about something else. Find it confusing since missed a bit. So what we did, for anybody that's tuning in and wondering what the heck's going on, is we took some automations from my automations.yaml file and we converted them into Node-RED, and we did a fantastic job and it worked perfectly. Oh yes, we're going to sign off like robots, I've been informed. We're signing off like robots. Okay. It is hard to follow my flow, yeah. Okay. My flow is as sloppy as my configuration file. Okay, you ready? Yeah, okay. So here we go. We're going to sign off like robots. Ready? Ready?
As always, thanks for
watching. Till next time. Adios.
Jackson, did you get in on that?
I did.
Okay, good. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for all your help. Matt, thanks a ton.
No problem.
Oh, and Good Sir Good Enough posted a video, so fantastic. Go check that out. And let's do the same thing, same time tomorrow. Okay? I wouldn't mind if we did some more of this, or we'll see about splitting up the config. We'll do another poll. I'll think about a poll, and we'll poll. I'll figure out how to make the poll work better, and we'll do it tomorrow. So, sounds good? Okay. Count was 16 for the winner. Okay, do you know who it was, Sir Good Enough? Okay. Anyways, thanks, everybody. Have a great day.